In this video, I will be providing you with a few different methods you can use to figure out a 30-degree angle for your winder stairway. In other words, a winder stairway, one section of the winders that is going to have 3 steps with a 90-degree angle at the center point where the lines are going to come off of these lines here, this line here at 30 degrees. And if you notice these measurements here, the measurement from this part to this part and from this part to this part are exactly the same, along with the measurements from this point to this point and from this point to this point. So if you have a 4-foot square, you can simply use these measurements instead of the last method I'm going to provide you with. After we take a look at our square that is going to have 3-foot measurements on each side, and again, you can take a look at the measurements here that are exactly the same. And last on our list, we will use a 2-foot square with these measurements here. And the reason why I'm providing you with a 2-foot square, even though this isn't going to work for most stairways, is that we can usually insert our 2-foot square into another square that has larger measurements, like this one right here. So here we have a smaller square inside of a larger square where we can lay out this point here and this point here in this square and then simply extend these lines out to the point where we need them to be. Or we can use our 3-foot square with our 3-foot measurements also and simply grab a straight edge like a level and then line it up with our line here so that we can continue this line to the desired point. And we can always check the measurements to make sure that they are the same after we have extended the lines, to make sure that they are exactly the same or close enough for your tolerance. So to provide a brief summary of what we've done so far, we've just simply grabbed a smaller square where we know what the measurements are and extended a line from the center point to our new location to provide us with a 30-degree angle. Next up, let's just go ahead and provide you with a couple of things that you might think would work. And one of those would be to measure across at a diagonal and divide everything up equally. And you can see here where this measurement and this measurement are exactly the same. However, the one in the center is not, for those of you thinking that it might be when it isn't. However, we can use another method that I found while doing some research for this video, and that would be to use a 2-foot radius and simply draw a curved line. And then from this point here, we're going to draw another 2-foot curved line using this line right here as our center point. So not too difficult. And for those of you who need more information on how you can draw a curved line, I do have another video on that. And I will put a link in the video description area to that video. So now that we have this right here, let's go ahead and draw another circle with a 2-foot radius. Now you don't need to go all the way around. Same thing with this. You just need to get to the intersecting points, which would be here, here, and here. Because next up, all we need to do is connect the dots here. If we can draw a straight line from this point right here through this intersecting point where the circles are intersecting with each other, and that would look something like this. Now, once we have this line, we can simply measure the distance from here to here and transfer it over to here. To play connect the dots again and draw a line through here, providing us with 3 30-degree angles. We have a 90-degree angle. If we divide that by 3, we're going to get 3 30-degree angles. And in my opinion, it can't get much simpler than this. So if you enjoyed the video or you learned something from it, make sure you let us know by hitting the thumbs up button.